All right, number 11. We are told that in the circle above point A is the center, and the length of arc BC is 3/8 of the circumference of that circle. So, what is the value of x? Well, the thing about this is that this arc that they're talking about, arc BC, that arc is proportional to the central angle. And what I mean by that is we can set this up if we wanted to. We could say that the arc um, BC, it's sort of redundant there, but that's okay. Arc BC. And now this is, if we think about this, if you listen to any of the ACT stuff that we did, this is just going to be a part to whole style ratio. So the arc is the part, and the whole, well, the whole arc, the whole is the circumference in relation to the arc. So the circumference is just going to be 2 pi r for the circumference. So the arc BC out of 2 pi r, that has to be proportional to the central angle x out of 360 degrees. So those things are proportional to one another, but this problem is sort of easier than that in the sense that they tell us that the arc is 3/8 of the circumference. So by telling us that it's 3/8 of the circumference, they've already given us the part to whole ratio. They've given us the fact that the arc to the whole, the arc to the circumference, is 3 out of 8. So we could set this up by saying 3 out of 8 should be equal to x out of 360. We know that part to whole ratio. We're given that part to whole ratio. And we just have to simplify. So cross multiply, like in most cases here. The big trick I would say is always leave things in factored form. So it's going to be 3 times 360. I'm just not going to do it out just yet. Equals 8x. And from there, we're going to divide both sides by 8. And now what we're going to do is we are going to look for any simplification that we can. So what I would say in this case is just, divide things by 2. I mean that, like, it's, I know, there's more efficient ways to do it, or if you see it, but if you don't see it, it's always just like kind of a good idea to say, like, all right, well, I could cut 8 in half, right? And so that's going to be 4. I can cut 360 in half, right? Hopefully be able to say that's 180. Okay, well, I can cut 4 in half, right? That's 2. And I can cut 180 in half, right? That's 90. And I'll give myself some more room here. Make this a little neater so people can follow what I'm doing. So that 90 here, right, that goes up there. Okay, and I guess, we could probably even cut the 90 in half, can't we? So that's 45 and that's 1. So x really is just equal to 3 times 45. That's a little easier. So 3 times 45. Again, if you have to do it longhand, not a problem. If you wanted to do long division, that's also not a problem from the beginning. That's 15. 3 times 5, carry the 1, and then that's 3 times 4 is 12, right? And that's 13, so that's 135. So x equals 135, and you are done.